Hello everybody and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the deep lying forward and shadow striker role combination in Football Manager. And let's get started by talking about how they work together. The shadow striker is a central attacking midfielder, and the deep lying forward is a striker. So they're a natural combination because of their positioning in a formation. As with many other striker and midfield roles, they will be a focal point in your attack, helping in both scoring and creating chances. But it's not just that they're attackers that make them great together, it's their complementary play styles that makes them effective. They share more in common than just playing next to each other in a formation. In this highlight, the deep lying forward drops to find the open space in the midfield, dragging in this defender. The shadow striker will take advantage of that space to receive the one-touch pass. And here, the deep lying forward wins the initial header from a goal kick. When the shadow striker receives the pass, his defender must follow him. This frees up space for the deep lying forward to attack. So we've seen some clips on how they can work together. Let's go more in depth and start with the deep lying forward. The deep lying forward is a striker that will score and lead the line like a forward, but he'll also drop into the midfield to connect your team's attacks together. This is what separates this role from other more traditional striker roles, like the advanced forward. With the deep lying forward, you are getting a striker that will look to attack the box, but other times, he's going to drop deep, acting like a pseudo midfielder. With the opponent having possession, our winger forces a turnover. The deep lying forward is holding his position in case we need an outlet. But once it goes out wide, he heads towards the front of the goal to receive the cross. And here, we have a throw-in and our team is under pressure, which means we do need the forward as an outlet. He gets the ball and his movement towards the midfield has left space in behind for a runner. We can see that the movement of a deep lying forward can cause issues for defenders, as they need to push up to mark him, which leaves space in behind. But to be most effective, a deep lying forward needs a teammate who is dedicated to taking advantage of that space he creates, and this is where the shadow striker comes in. A shadow striker is an attacking midfielder that can help in the build-up play, but will act like a striker when the ball moves into the final third. This is what separates the shadow striker from some of the other midfield roles. He wants to get in front of the goal and score like a striker. In this highlight, the pass goes out to the flank, and the shadow striker attacks this space for the goal. But not only that, he needs the playmaking abilities of a midfielder to be able to create scoring chances for his teammates, like the deep lying forward. These two roles are the perfect complement for each other, because a shadow striker is a midfielder who wants to play like a striker, and a deep lying forward is a striker who wants to play like a midfielder. But how do they fit into a formation? Well, we're going to go over that in the next section. For our primary example today, we will be with Bayer Leverkusen, and this is the 4-2-3-1 that we use. It has a shadow striker and deep lying forward as our primary attackers. Our playstyle focuses on winning the ball back, using the deep lying forward and shadow striker to link our defense to our attack with quick and high tempo passing. To do this playstyle, we have a low block, low defensive line, but with a higher press. What these team instructions do is tell the team to sit back and wait for the opponent to bring the ball to us. So we play off until they cross into our half of the field, and then that triggers the press, and we try and win the ball back to start our counterattack. But what does this style look like in a match? Well, we're going to do a highlight breakdown and talk about how our low block and low defensive line can kickstart our attack. This is coming off our goal kick, and the opponent eventually wins the ball and starts to build their possession. But I want you to focus on my two defenders here. They are playing back and keeping the shape of our defense because the opponent is still near the halfway line and pose no immediate threat. It's not until the opponent breaks into the attacking midfield that our press is triggered, and they immediately win the ball back. We move the ball quickly up the field, but the counter doesn't materialize, so we have a spell of possession. This is an important distinction to note when using team instructions. Just because I have the counter selected in a higher tempo, that doesn't mean they're going to kick it upfield every time my players touch the ball. I'm telling them to look for the counter, and if it's not on, let's hold possession for a second till we can find an opening in the defense. And I'm going to let the next part of the highlight play out in real time because I want you to see what a high tempo, more direct style passing looks like. The ball will be in our own half, and once we see that opening, it's going to take about 4 passes to get from our own half to in front of the goal. And for the final section, we are going to talk about a different style formation that you can try. This is a 3-4-3 formation that adds in a poacher as another attacker. Our combination balances their playmaking and attacking duties, while the poacher's only focus is on scoring. In this clip, the shadow striker and deep lying forward link up during the build-up play, while the poacher sits on the shoulders of the defense ready to make the run. Here, our wingback gets the pass and the deep lying forward and poacher attack the goal. And the shadow striker finds the open space that the two forwards created. And finally, the opponent has the ball, but we get the turnover. Our shadow striker links up play with the two other strikers. We went through a handful of examples in this video, but there are countless ways to use these two in a tactic. You can try something like an asymmetrical formation or even a double shadow striker system. As always, experimentation is the best way to find out what roles and combinations work best for your tactic. If you want to know any more information on either of these two roles, check out my individual player guides that will be linked in the description. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.